Hello, my name is Tatiana Montoya, and today I showed you tips for setting up a tent. When we go camping, the tent is our refuge in nature. Whether we can sleep comfortably depends on this correct assemble. Therefore, it is important to choose a suitable place to install it and follow some recommendations. Uh, the place where we will place the tent must the back flat and shelter from the wind, whose direction we will realize by the inclination of the grasses and the branches of the trees. The wind and the stakes. The gate shall be placed against the direction of the wind to prevent the tent from inflating and the stakes coming out. This should be bored diagonally with the point towards the curb. The canopy. The roof cover is the key against the cold and the rain, since it reduces condensation, which is when the air and the cold of the walls inside the tent from drops of water. If condensation occurs, a door of windows should be slightly opened. In addition, it is necessary to avoid that the branch touch the canopy. The canopy must be well stretched and separated from the tent. How to pitch a tent? Camping is an excellent activity to do in summer. Spending a few days in a tent is a good opportunity to relax and be in contact with nature. While most of time it's a fun activity, setting up your tent can be a real chore, especially if you're new to camping. Although it may seem difficult at first, most tents are made in such a way to they are easy to put up. While setting up your tent is usually a fairly straightforward process, there are additional factors that go into creating a successful campout. Preparing well and finding the right location are essential tasks to complete before setting up your tent. First, set up the tent. Unpack the tent supplies. Once you find a good area to set a camp, it is time to unpack your things. It is a good idea that to pack all the parts together. If you don't have to unpack each item separately, you will be able to set up your tent much faster. Keep all the parts in one place to keep track of everything. Signs the list of your depends of the specific type of tent you are using. Here are a few different types of tents you can use. The Canadian tents. Or tents are the most common for personal use. The tunnel tents are the different from typical Canadian tents. Its structure consists of two long poles that extend throughout the entire thickness of the tent. In general, igloo tents are the largest and are often used to house a larger number of people during a camp. Although they are a bit larger, they are generally quite easy to put together. Second, lay down an insulation cloth. No matter how much you clean the area, there will likely be things and other debris left behind that could puncture the canopy or make the surface uncomfortable. The fabric should be large enough to cover most of the size of your tent. Also, the padded material will give you a more comfortable place to rest. Through the temples through the frame. Once you unpack all the parts of the tent, slide the support poles through the structure, lay the frame of the ground. This will ensure that you slide the roots into the correct holes. This is undoubtedly the part of the process that takes the longest, but it's quite simple. If you have a tunnel tent, make sure the poles are parallel to each other. Elevate the tent. If the support rods have joints, support them so that they are rigid. The poles must have a predetermined frame that allows them to support the main body of the tent. Set up the tent in sections. The poles should hold the frame in place. If not, secure any slack in the poles or extend them as needed. Set up your tent stakes. Use a mallet or a rock you have on hand and take the stakes that came with the tent and anchor them to the ground. Thus, the tent will be stabilized and fixed in such a way that it does not move from its place. If for some reason you don't have the length 10 pegs, you can improvise. Get some sturdy branch and insert them into the ground. Lay down the tarp. It is important to note that tents are not usually waterproof or water resistant. That is why you should use the canvas. This is an additional piece that is placed on the top of the tent. There should be some kind of pins in the roof of the tent that serve to hold the tarp in place. Keep in mind that even if you pretty sure it one range, there's nothing to lose by parting up the tarp anyway. This will keep all your 10 gear in one place, help you prepare in case of unforeseen rain. Put your things inside the tent. Once the tent is set up, you can feel the interior. Since there is usually not a lot of space, you will have to decide what things will stay outside and what things you will keep inside. Obviously, sleeping bags are essential inside the tent. On the other hand, boxes and containers can be left outside. If there is a risk of bears appearing in the area where you will camp, it is best to keep food in outside the tent. If a bear approach, you don't want it snooping around your tent just because it smelled the granola. To finish, I want to tell you a little of about what we shall bring in the terms of food. Pack an appropriate amount of food, enough for 3 meals and one snack of a day. Try not to pack perishable food like milk, cheese, and chicken. Basically, about dairy products and meat, because you can get sick if you consume them expired. Nuts are great for snacks, fruit for breakfast, cookies for lunch and leftovers for dinner. Also pack plenty of water. Is all the information for today. Thanks for seeing me. See you later.